Welcome to episode number 21, all about foam rolling and how foam rolling might just help relieve pain in your knees. We'll talk about what the heck foam rolling is supposed to do, when you should do it, and how you can do it. I'll show you how to roll out your thigh and the side of your leg. All right, stay tuned. I'm Robin Robertson, founder of Healthy Knees Coach and international best-selling author. I figure I was born with a crappy pair of knees so that I could help you avoid the mistakes that I made and benefit from the many successes I achieved in my long and sordid knee history. Fast forward past multiple knee surgeries, ultimately with both knees replaced, plenty of life experience and study into the latest research for knees, and I'm stronger and healthier than I've ever been. I want to help you get there too. I share these lessons with you that will change your knees and probably change your life to give you the strength, stamina, and stability to get back to doing the things that you love. If you suffer from knee pain or want to avoid it altogether, you are in the right place, friend. Let's get started. By saying there are many opinions in the fitness world whether or not foam rolling does anything good for your body or if it's the best thing since sliced bread. I'm in the camp of I love foam rolling. My legs feel so good when I do it. Well, maybe they feel good after I do it because sometimes it can be a little bit painful while you are rolling, but I'll tell you why that happens coming up. So first, let's examine what is supposed to happen when you foam roll. The theory is that foam rolling is a version of self-myofascial release. Well, what is that supposed to mean? Fascia is the connective tissue that wraps around all of your organs, wraps around all of your muscles, and gives some internal structure to the inside of your body. We like that fascia to be smooth and unsticky so that muscles can glide when they are contracting and releasing. Now, sometimes fascia can get thickened or hardened from either being inactive, not much muscle use over many years, or it can happen on the other end of the scale with overuse injuries. It also can happen from trauma, such as an injury or a surgery. And then last but not least, it can happen when you've got some compensating movements because you have a muscle weakness in one part of your body, so you've adjusted either how you walk or how you stand or how you sit, and that can cause fascia to thicken up as well. Now, we like that fascia to be nice and thin layers. I don't know if you've ever taken apart a raw chicken, but when you lift the skin off, there's that kind of silky, satiny, smooth tissue between the skin and the meat or the muscle underneath. That's fascia, and that's what you have in your body as well. I hope that didn't gross you out. Fascia is made of many, many, many layers. And in between those layers, there's a fluid that helps it to be stretchy. So the fascia can stretch as your muscles expand and contract, and that's the way we want to keep them. Fascia is what we're working on when we're foam rolling. When you're foam rolling, you're applying pressure with a roller to a muscle group. And this is intended to do several things. It raises the temperature of the area because of the friction, stimulates vasodilation so that your capillaries are opening up, increasing the circulation to the area. And I think that's probably the most important property of foam rolling, is that you're getting increased circulation, and some of the studies that I've read have said that that increase in circulation continues for about 30 minutes after you end your foam rolling session. All right, so when should you foam roll? When's the best time? Well, actually, you can do it anytime. You can do it before you exercise as part of your warm-up. It's been shown to be an effective way to warm up muscles, that additional friction, that additional circulation. You can do it after you exercise. That's my favorite time, when my legs are feeling tired after either strength training or riding a bike, going for a long bike ride. I love foam rolling, and they feel soothed, and I feel like I recover much faster after a heavy exercise time when I foam roll on my legs. Okay, let's move on to how you foam roll. Now, I like doing it on the floor, but I'm going to show you a way to do it seated first. I have two foam rollers here. One is your classic straight foam roller. It's made of dense foam. That's the name, foam roller. And then I have one here. This is the Rolga brand, and it's a shaped foam roller. My friends over at Rolga made these so that it wraps around your body part a little bit more, so offering pressure in more than a very narrow band, which is on the big foam roller, to a wider band that you can reach on the Rolga. So you can use either one for sure. I'm going to demonstrate this first, how to do it seated with the Rolga. So if I was going to foam roll the front of my thigh while seated, you won't get as much pressure, but it might be a nice place to start. So while sitting down, place the roller, either the shaped one or the straight one is fine. And the technique that I was taught that I feel like gives the best results is to roll 4 inches up and then 2 inches back. Roll 4 inches up and 2 inches back. So you're working your way up your leg without rolling the entire muscle group, which may actually stimulate a response that shuts things down. So we want this to be gentle and working all the way up. You'll stop right before you get to your hip joint. You never want to roll over a joint. And then we'll roll back down, 4 inches, 2 inches, 4 inches down, 2 inches up, working my way back down my leg. If you find a place that's particularly sensitive, then you may want to stay on that spot, hold the foam roller for about 30 seconds, or you can even wiggle it a little bit back and forth while you're seated to try to loosen up that area where you may have some sticky fascia underneath. And work your way down. Now let me go ahead and show you how to do it on the floor. Okay, here we are down on the floor. So what I'll do is place this just above my knee, and I'm going to support myself with my hands and wedge my other leg out to support myself as well. And I'm going to do that same thing. Roll up 4 and back 2. Roll up 4 and back 2. The big difference between being on the floor and doing it seated is there's a lot more pressure right here on the floor because my whole leg weight is going into the pressure on the roller. I'm rolling up 4 inches, down 2, up 4 inches, down 2. I'm going to work my way down now. 4 and 2, and oh boy, right there I can feel some tightness, so I'm going to rock my leg back and forth just a little bit, and I could hold that spot for about 30 seconds. Remember to breathe while you're doing this. So big inhale, exhale, and try to relax the muscle as much as you can, and I can feel that spot melting away a little bit. So I'll move on. And this is for your quadricep muscles, your front of thigh. And there we go. Then I always like to do a little bit of a child's pose here. I don't get very far because my knees just don't bend that far. But I can do what I can, and I always feel like I can get a little bit farther right after I foam roll. Now to do the side of your leg, same thing, starting just above the knee. But I'm going to support myself on a hand here and bring that other leg across here to give support. So here we go. rolling up 4 inches, down 2. I really like the Rolga for this because it sort of cups my leg, and I'm rolling more tissue than I would on the flat foam roller. I can really feel that. The first time I foam rolled, the trainer that I was working with, I thought I was going to end up black and blue for how much it hurt, because it can be quite painful the first few times that you do it. But once you foam roll more regularly, you'll find the relief. You won't be bruised, I promise, and you'll feel so much looser. I hope that you'll give foam rolling a try. I know some of my Healthy Knees students were a little reluctant in the beginning to try it, and then had pretty amazing results, primarily from the foam rolling, with reduction in knee pain, especially for side of knee pain along that side stretch rolling along the IT band that I was showing you. And so I hope that that can work for you as well. Please subscribe to this series. I love seeing you every week, and I look forward to seeing you again next week. Take care.